lunchtime.
What y'all eating for lunch? I had an amazing meal courtesy of Mini Me. Shout out to Mini Me for the $50 super lunch chat. It was awesome. I had what is it called? A fire grilled fish and rice. It was good, bro. Did you get something today, Greg, before the show, so you don't be hungry?
I'm starting to be a little envious, man. You over there eating like a big old PIFP, man. But yeah, I got a little something on the stomach, man. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Hey, look. Please like and share the live as you come in. You see what we talking about. We about to get into this. Diddy trying to get 22 lawsuits dropped. He trying to do his best Jay-Z impression. We're gonna talk about is that gonna work? And Greg gonna tell you what he think. Absolutely. And we're gonna get this ticker going. Cause Greg, we gotta get the ticker going. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, only 2 likes, y'all. Let's go. Okay, let's cut the music. Good afternoon, everybody. As we welcome more coming through the door. Oh, you know what I always got to do too, Greg?
What's that?
And you got to. I'm gonna tell you this too, so you can remind me, because it's hard to remember. I got
YouTube, Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, I gotta make it public.
I thought
it's
about
hard
that.
To remember that.
Huh? I thought about that yesterday.
Yeah, I've been doing it, but I just just now I almost forgot. But I can't do it until we start. That's what makes it confusing. I can't set it until we actually go live. So, but we live on Facebook. Say hi, say what's up to all my Facebook family, and what's up to all the lunch crew. Shauna in the building, Mini Me, Amy, Lauren. Hopefully Shan will be in here. If not, we're gonna get with Shan anyway, because Shan gonna help us end the show. Greg, what's been going on? What you did since last lunch?
Well, I watched I watched the Lakers last night. I watched the Cavs too.
Okay. I was gonna wait and see. You know, about middle of the show, I'm going in.
Yeah,
we
talk about it.
It was over at 7:35, like I said. I wasn't off my
Y'all was playing against the JV squad. So
hey, dog, you can't even say that because no, hold on. You can't come in here. Oh, they wasn't a JV. You want me to pull up yesterday's show? You want me to pull up yesterday's show, Greg? Because you wasn't saying they was a JV squad yesterday. So what you're saying is the Cavs made some pro players look like a JV squad, and I'll accept the compliment. Because yesterday I didn't hear JV squad. I heard, boy, them Orlando Magic.
Man, bro, I looked at them. I watched Orlando. I was like, man, is this an NBA team? What is going on here, man?
Hey, we did Orlando so dirty. The coach we had to sit Donovan down, man. Donovan, get over here. We can't have you out there with them scrubs. Donovan only had 11 points. We said, man, we don't need you. We put in Booby Gibson from back in the LeBron days.
Yeah, I would have got Booby off the street from somewhere, huh?
Yeah. The coach said, man, don't nobody believe in y'all except Greg. So y'all got to get out there and do it. Greg from the Flo Show No Filter. He said y'all was something to reckon with. But let's get into this Diddy stuff. I ain't going to spoil the fun. The fun is going to be talking about the Cavs and the Lakers. It was two shows put on last night. Let's just say that. It was 2 shows. So we gonna say that for towards the end, so we could really go in on that. It was definitely something to talk about. Luka did stare down the gym. Now we can talk about that too. All
Lucas.
right, let's get into this video. Hey, look, Greg, I know you already ready over there to talk about that.
I'm ready, bro.
So we're gonna get into this Diddy mania first. Another thing, Greg, I'm on a roll with you because remember I told you Tony Buzbee's uphill climb was upon him. The guy crazy. The judge, like, man, come on to the court with that defamation case. I think it's legitimate because we see that you liked a post that named Jay-Z as a whatever, and you ain't have enough evidence and you had to admit it. Come on over here. You we got to talk to you, Buzbee. But that's a whole nother thing. But now Diddy is trying to piggyback off of Jay-Z, which we've been calling that out too, Greg. Diddy over there looking at Jay-Z's legal team, and I know he got to be like, man,
right?
We looking horrible over here because the only wins they trying to look for and go for is based off what Jay-Z and his lawyer did.
Right.
Wait till we get into this article. They talking about what Jay-Z's and them lawyer did, and he trying to get out with it.
Right.
So this is broke by TMZ, and it reads, Buzbee's out of his league, judge. He can't practice in this court. And what's going on is, y'all know Jay-Z done kind of got the upper hand on Buzbee, got Buzbee on the ropes a little bit, and got the case dismissed with Jay-Z and Diddy. Not Diddy trying to piggyback and use some of the stuff that Jay-Z said and his attorney said about Buzbee allegedly not being able to practice law there. Well, Diddy is trying to use that to get 22 lawsuits dropped. So let's go into it. Diddy says his legal nemesis, Tony Buzbee, has no business filing lawsuits against me in federal court. He wants the judge to shut him down. Buzbee, of course, filed dozens and dozens of lawsuits on behalf of his clients, accusing Diddy of sexual assault and more. But in particular, 22 of those cases were filed in federal court for the Southern District of New York, a district where Buzbee isn't authorized to practice law, according to TMZ. Normally, this is not a big deal. It happens all the time. And attorneys like Buzbee would just file a pro hoc vice, and it's not spelled like that. It's PROHACVICE if you want to look it up, asking a judge for permission to practice in that jurisdiction. However, in new docs, Diddy's team says Buzbee filed lawsuits before getting a judge to sign off on his pro hoc vice, a major legal no-no. Diddy says Jay-Z and his attorneys already pointed this out. That's what Diddy trying to use Jay-Z's attorneys. Already pointed this out in the fall when they filed the lawsuit against Buzbee, accusing him of extortion. Now the judge, I don't know if you saw that, but the judge is not feeling the extortion part of that case, Greg. I don't know if you saw that. The judge is giving him some like possible it could be some defamation, but the judge said he don't believe it's no extortion. So I don't know if you saw that article. So I'm gonna go on. According to Diddy docs, Buzbee hasn't even tried to get the judge's approval in some cases, but still went ahead and filed lawsuits anyway. So it goes on from there and says on another occasion, he was actually denied admission to the Southern District of New York. Diddy says the chair of the Committee on Grievances issued an order on February 13th denying Buzbee's effort to gain admission to the SDNY, citing the fact Buzbee had been filing cases without getting authorization. Now, Buzbee has recently now filed a proper pro hoc vice, but Diddy is strongly opposing it because buzbee's egregious misconduct warrants denial of privilege of appearing in this district, according to the diddler. According to the docs, he's also allegedly violated New York's rules of professional conduct for attorneys by repeatedly insisting Diddy is guilty of the criminal charges he's facing, even though neither Buzbee or his clients are involved in that federal indictment. As of right now, TMZ reached out for Buzbee for a word, and Buzbee has left them on red. What you think, Greg?
It's a lot. But what I think is that, people, the legal system is tricky, right? It's a lot that goes into it, and Bugsby knows that, right? So if it was some mistakes made, I'm pretty sure he understands the system enough where he ain't just out here just doing anything willy-nilly, right? So although this might be the case, I think Bugsby, when it's time for him to actually play ball with these judges and, clear this stuff up, he's going to be in a position to do just that. Once again, as soon as we start to doubt Bugsby, he pulls, a cat out of his hat. And then on top of that, I'm just thinking about it like, okay, those 22 charges, whatever they are, I don't know exactly what they are. That's not the real big thing that Diddy needs to be worried about.
I agree.
He got federal charges on him, so even if the judge did say, all right, we do away with these, money accounts, the ones that's, people trying to get money from you, we'll do away with those. But we still got these federal cases that we got to deal with, Mr. Combs. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going anywhere. Nobody made a mistake on those. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, it's like peanuts, right? I mean, Bugsby is trying to get the victim's money by all means necessary. And he's thinking if some things really happen, which, from all indication, things did happen to people, in one form or another. How true they are, we'll see. But to me, this is like the pregame before the big game. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to me, it's like this is the distractions. And Diddy understands the world of distractions. He's been playing that game. Right. So yeah, man, at this point, I think they just throwing anything up. If, like you say, if they see a way to get people, a lot of this is public opinion. If they see a way to try to change public opinion, they're going to do it. And this is what I think they're doing right now. They're trying to change public opinion. And based off of what Jay-Z has done and been successful at doing, they're thinking now if we can do just the same thing to change public opinion, then we might have a little bit of a shot going into the big dance. I don't think so, but you never know.
I don't like it. No, I don't think. Yeah, I agree totally with you. And I'm going to piggyback off of that. No Diddy. They are not. They're throwing stuff against the wall, like you said, to see if it sticks. And they're basically trying to ride the momentum of Jay-Z created for his case, from his case, and use that momentum to, like you say, sway public perception as much as possible, because they still trying to taint the jury right now. They still trying to make sure that they can put out or sway the narrative or change the narrative any way possible. I don't think it's gonna work. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty much sure. If that judge was to remove 22 lawsuits, I just don't see that happening. But like you said, if it did, that ain't got nothing to do with the big dog, May 5th.
Nah.
And that's really what it's all about. So this is just, at this point, and for one thing, Diddy just trying to save his money too. That's really, really the main benefit directly to him is what he trying to do.
He gonna need it.
If he can get them all, if he can get 22 or whatever, all of them dropped, that saves him money from spending on his lawyers dealing with them, and he can allocate those funds to this looking like an open and shut case they got against him. But he can allocate them funds to this legal team, and they can keep bleeding them dry, because that's all they doing for real. And like you said, that's all it's about. To me, at the end of the day, the public perception, trying to get a different narrative out there, and the almighty dollar, your profile picture, that always plays a role. You know what I mean? That a dollar always plays a role. You just got to break it all the way down. But at some point, you're going to get to a point and realize money too. Yeah. This will be a big savings if he can make it happen.
Right. I don't see him being able to dismiss 22 cases because of some legalities of him not, necessarily doing certain things the proper way. Buzbee is not anybody to play with when it comes to the law. He knows the law inwards and outwards. Now, because he's in Texas and this is in New York, I think he's going to have a little leeway on filing things on time, not necessarily doing this one right. If you did 17 right and you did 2 or 3 wrong, is the judge really going to be able to just say, okay, let's throw everything out? That ain't how that works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Buzbee knows that. That's why, when these kind of things go on, he don't just rush, to the social medias and try to, stake his case. He just wait until the noise quiet down, and then he strikes. Mm-hmm. And then you be like, oh my God, Buzbee then did it again. He didn't came up with a way. You know what I'm saying? So I just think when you think that an attorney like him is out of the game, that is not good thinking, especially when it comes to a lawyer like Buzbee who knows all the tricks of the trade. So, good luck for that. Good luck with them trying to, pull this off. And if I was Diddy, and I seen an opening that could potentially quiet things down a little bit, and not just have the center of attention on me and all the things that I've done, I would try it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him for trying it, but at the end of the day, that's not about to do anything to what's to come. That's what I think.
So check this out. This is the craziest part of it all that nobody really even brought up. To just keep pounding. I know we beating a dead horse at this point, but the horse dead already, so who cares? We was talking about how horrible Diddy's legal defense is, and we was talking about how it's night and day between the two, right?
Right.
Diddy's legal team let 20-something lawsuits get filed and didn't utter a single word about this pro hoc vice crap, right? Jay-Z was on one lawsuit, and they immediately, his legal team caught the little mistake of him not filing or whatever he didn't do, whatever Tony Buzbee didn't do, Jay-Z's legal team caught it on the first try. So think about it. By the time Jay-Z came in here, Buzbee had filed all kind of stuff. Diddy's legal team ain't doing nothing but taking his money and listening to him. I'm telling y'all. How the heck did 22 get past you? Now y'all doubling back, piggybacking off of what Jay-Z's legal team was. I'll be like, damn, what am I paying y'all for? I might as well pay Jay-Z's legal team. So just more and more evidence that Diddy, I'm looking at his legal team and just how Diddy running his legal team and all of that. And then on top of all the undeniable evidence they have, Diddy ain't gonna never see daylight, bro.
Nah,
that's what I believe. And the reason I say that is not only do they have him caught dead to rights, in my opinion, but that might get him, if he had a really good legal team, he might could get 20, 15, might get lucky, something like how A$AP Rocky had that good attorney that got things done, but the way his legal defense operating, he about to get the maximum. Y'all think we been tripping up to now? Can y'all imagine once the real trial start, what type of stupid stuff his attorneys and legal team gonna say and do? Watch. It's gonna be like the low budget, like he got a low budget legal team. Watch what I tell you. When the trial start, one of the major themes that's gonna be talked about during this trial is how horrible Diddy's whole legal defense is, including him and all his whole team. Watch. This is they terrible.
And you know what else? And you know why I think it's that way? Because they know what the evidence is.
Yeah, they just want his money. Yeah, they know what the evidence is.
They know what the evidence is, man. So they just sitting back, like you said. They like, man, we got a lawyer. Somebody got to do the job.
Yeah, somebody got to do it.
You know what I'm saying? But every day they go in that office and they crack open them laptops and they get into the discovery, they'd be like, man, this is crazy.
This is crazy. And they know that they don't have a chance, a snowball's chance in hell. But one thing about it, the best person to work for when you know they don't have a chance, but you still take the job, the best person to work for is a know-it-all. Because you only got to think. Diddy ain't let them think. He gonna control the whole case and his whole defense. So they really just collecting checks.
You know what's gonna be fireworks, and we ain't gonna technically be able to see it.
What
is when they're in court and he's in control of the attorneys and how he's in there conducting himself with his attorneys. That's going to be a whole story within itself.
Oh, that's what I want to see. I told you I'm going in there with Big Dog, with the OG, Greg.
Yeah.
I gotta go just to see that.
That's gonna be
I want to be able to tell y'all, man, Diddy was talking the whole time. You know how much somebody talking. I don't even got to hear what they saying. But if I'm looking at Diddy and his attorneys and I see Diddy's mouth moving 80% of the time, then that's going to prove my point. He is telling them what the heck to do. And you can tell. Because the fact that Jay-Z's attorney and them found that little loophole and y'all didn't, I would have wanted to fire all of them. But I bet you it's only a handful of lawyers that would even take the case because of how Diddy is. So nobody want to put their name on the line and they can't even do their job. But some people will still take that money. You know how it go.
Yeah.
Some people say, hey, I take the easy money.
Yeah, similar to like when Trump was in trouble and he couldn't really get attorneys to get on board because they already knew what that was going to look like. if they got on board. It was going to be him running the show and them not being able to do what they, was trained to do. You know what I'm saying? So this same situation.
Same situation. Amy said she'll be the sketch artist. Yeah. Hey, look, you can't be you definitely better than you definitely better than the sketch artists they got. They be having Diddy looking like R. Kelly when they draw him. I'm like, why every time they draw Diddy, he look like R. Kelly? Get a new sketch person.
Yeah.
What you got on the docket, Greg? Diddy done. Let's call. Hey, look. In conclusion, Diddy is cooked. Next.
Yeah, I think so, man. It's crazy. Did you know that Jay-Z and Rock Nation just signed with Universal Music Group?
No.
Yeah, so Jay-Z going forward, Jay-Z and Rihanna albums will now be issued through UMG. It's crazy.
I wonder what Drake feels about this. He about to sue Rihanna now.
I'm like,
is Drake about to sue Rihanna now?
Well, I mean, I don't think he could do that, but it's just amazing, like, man, how Jay-Z and Rock Nation is so, calculating, man. You know what I'm saying? They are calculating as all get out, man. When I seen that, I'm like, man, Jay-Z could have and Rock Nation could have did a deal with anybody. They went straight to UMG, man.
Yep. And ain't that coincidence? Right after Jay-Z picks Kendrick, and UMG going through the Not Like Us thing with Drake. And then right after the Super Bowl thing, next thing you know, you announce a UMG deal with Jay-Z and Rihanna and Rock Nation. It's all in front of us, y'all. All we gotta do is pay attention. All we gotta do is pay attention. It wasn't no way on God's green earth nobody but Kendrick was gonna do the Super Bowl show because Jay-Z already had a deal with UMG in place, and they had to make sure that Super Bowl went down. And then once it went down, all right, now we got a deal for you.
Let it be known.
Now you got your deal, Jay-Z. Good job. That's how you play the game. Like, hey, look, that was the whole Super Bowl performance. Kendrick was talking about everything going on in the performance.
Man,
Jay-Z doing exactly what Kendrick was talking about, but he playing it. And Drake is playing it wrong. Go ahead, Greg.
Right. And what's crazy, like I just told you yesterday, Rihanna getting ready to come out with a new album, and if this is happening, you already know who else in the studio probably now. Jay-Z himself.
Yeah, yep.
Let me get this monkey off my back by putting out some of this heat.
Yeah,
that's a good way to get the monkey off my back.
Yeah, because that's for a rapper, that's media.
Right.
That's a way for you to put your narrative out there. Just rhyme some words and make it clever and put your words out there. That's one thing Jay-Z has been good with his whole career. He'll put a verse out that'll sway 500,000 people because he know how to spit that fire. So, like you said, he might have realized, like, let me get back in this booth.
You want to hear something that's even more funny?
What?
Because of all of this, guess what else happened? Because what? I ain't saying because of this, but guess who just canceled the rest of his tour?
Oh, Drizzy?
Drizzy's done.
He done? Now, tell us what happened to Drizzy. What the hell he got going on, Greg? What's going on with he canceled the rest of the Australian joints or something, right?
He canceled the rest of the Australian tour, bro.
What they speculating?
Well, they said, well, if you're looking forward to seeing Drake hit the stage during this Australian tour, you might want to find something else to do. The rap legend has abruptly canceled the remaining dates of his current tour of Australia and New Zealand, according to a rep from the rapper who spoke with Rolling Stone. Now, many are probably trying to figure out what's the reason, while some hint at possible issues with ticket sales after taking a L in his rap beef with Kendrick Lamar. His reps made it clear that it's simply due to a scheduling conflict. How you have a scheduling conflict when you on tour? Tell me how you do that, bro.
Because, hey, look, for one, it's handled all, at the end of the day, it's all handled AI. AI ain't having no scheduling problem. All that stuff is mapped out before people put up their hundreds of millions.
You're on tour.
That's when my antenna go up when you say it was a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
You could have told me anything but that.
Yeah, man. He like, man, UMG did what?
Right.
I was the big dog over here. They done bought the biggest of. They done bought the billionaires in the house. Rihanna and Jay-Z. Oh, MG. I can't even do another song.
Yeah, look, Drake and Diddy are two people who just think if we just go back even a year today, they were looking it's night and day to how we looking at Drake and Diddy. Last year around this time versus this year around this time, you couldn't have told me that it would play out like this.
No.
This is crazy.
And I just remember when Drake was like, come on, Kendrick, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll be telling people that.
Yeah. Drop.
While he was saying that, Kendrick was over there wiring, putting his nuclear bomb together. Yeah, I got you, Drake. Once this thing hit you, I'm gonna blow you all the way to Australia. Hey, Kendrick hit him with so much heat. He started speaking. He all the way in Australia with it. Where is Drake?
Wearing plastic cowboy boots.
Yeah, and shoulder pads.
Right. He got clothes with smoke coming out the shirt.
Like, what is you doing, bro?
Right.
Everything he do is wrong. They had the little gunshots going, and Drake took the mic and was acting like it was a gun. Everybody in the comments like, man, he ain't never shot a gun before. It's like, yeah, he can't win. Everybody just don't like it when it comes to Drake right now. Like, It don't matter what he do. He is getting clowned. And like you said, he was yeah, Kendrick, what you gonna do, man? You over there, you quiet, boy. Oh no, you trying to bow out. No, not this time. And then next thing you know, the whole LA was crip walking on Drake's forehead. Like, bruh, you done. Yeah, I ain't never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, man, that's one of the worst whoopings that we seen just live and direct, man. You know, most battles you may get 2 songs, man. 4 songs of just pure belt to ASS. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't seen belt to A like that since my cousin drank Granny's ginger ale back in the day. And Granny had that Granny ain't play about her ginger ale. My cousin drank Granny's ginger ale. Man. It was just like this belt to A. It was worse.
I'll tell you a story about one of my belt to ASS. I was probably in like the 4th grade or so, right? Mm-hmm. So we all out on the playground, you know, we got the monkey bars. And for whatever reason, man, I decide to just pull my pants down and just show the girl. That's my thing.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, that belt.
Hey, listen, bro.
Hey,
It's so great. Let me finish telling the story. So, as soon as I did it, man, the little girls dashed to the teacher like, Man, they went and told the teacher, man. And guess what the teacher made me do, man?
What?
The teacher made me, because back then, I don't know why, but inside of the classrooms, they had phones, you know.
Oh, okay, right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
man, she made me get on the phone, call my mom, and tell my mom exactly what I had did in front of everybody, mind you. Man, my mom's was at work. My mom's was like, okay, I'll be home in 15 minutes. Meet me at the house. Bro, as soon as I walked in the door, you talking about belt to ASS? Woo! And then the most critical part about it is after I got the beat down, my mom's made me go back in the school with her with me and apologize to the entire classroom. I was like, I'm sorry.
See? That's a good mom. See what the difference of a good mom made? Hey, mom said, I ain't raising no damn Diddy in my house.
Right. I'm gonna beat it out of him early.
Hey, look, y'all. Greg see the importance of a good mom and good upbringing. Greg was about to be the next Diddy. He didn't know it though. He just felt a little Diddy inside of him. And thanks to a good mom, a good teacher, he didn't turn out to be no Diddy.
Man, bro.
So hey, your mom knew. Hey, look, your moms be wise. She said, right. I know what that looked like. That looked like a little diddler. Even back then, she knew what the diddler was. That belt, that was that good big belt. That big was belt, look, bro. She whooped you with your grandfather's belt. The back in the day. She snatched the men's belts was like whips. What'd you say?
She didn't even wait, boy. As soon as I opened that door, she grabbed me by my jeans. It was on and popping, bro.
Wow.
I don't even know what reminded me to think of that, man. But that was crazy, bro.
We all knew in the chat, though. We already said that. We already said that after Greg told us about what he used to do on the field trip. Now it all makes sense. Greg said, man, these field trips is whack. Just come to the playground. I got a show for y'all. Hey, but I ain't gonna say we've all went as far as Greg, but one thing about when you a kid, every kid has had a moment when you did way too much because you just get so caught up and excited. Next thing you know, you done did something so stupid that you can't even explain it why you even did it. It's like it was just fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got fun. I got fun for your ass.
Yeah, I got fun for you. All right. I bet you gonna consider that kind of fun the next time. Yeah.
So, hey, so after the belt to A, did you ever do that again?
What?
See,
man, boy, you talking about on best behavior, and plus, man, they joined me for like months. Every time they would see me, they'd be like, because you know when you crying.
Yeah, you crying and in front of the class.
Man, my boys would be like, shut up.
Yeah. Hey, look, so y'all already know when we take this podcast on the road, we gotta watch Greg. Greg like to have some fun.
Nah, I'm redeemed now, man.
Yeah, you redeemed now.
Yeah. I'm choir boy like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I don't know what made me think of that, but I'm like, man, let me tell this story. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, all right, what we got next on the docket for Greg be on the couch tonight?
Bro, did you see Birdman? Is Birdman on that heroin, bro?
That's what we, yeah. Hey, I think, I don't know, was it Amy or somebody in the chat earlier said that was a heroin nap that he took in the middle of the concert. That was crazy, Greg. I'll let you go first because I gave my thoughts earlier. I want to know what you think about Birdman taking a cat nap or a saber-tooth tiger nap. That was a serious nap.
Saber-tooth tiger nap.
That was a serious nap. What you think about it?
Bro, I was like, man, when did Birdman get on heroin? Because that is that's the nap. I mean,
and see, y'all educated me. Listen, y'all educated me on that, Greg. You and whoever said it earlier, I didn't know that. And now you saying it too. So that must be, that's the H nap, huh?
Yeah, that's the nap. That's the nap, bro. When I seen it, because first thing I thought, I'm like, hold up. Ain't nobody sleeping on a stage with speakers, music that loud coming out of speakers. I'm like, that's impossible, first and foremost. And then they like walked up to him, like grabbed him, wiped him off, trying to make it seem like, he was not taking the H nap. And he still did not move. I've yet to see a video where he woke up. Have you seen one?
No, the only video where they showed was like he was about to wake up, but they don't let you see him fully wake up. So it's like, I'm with you on that. Like the video that I saw, it's like you see his head raised a little bit, but then the video cut. So it's like you don't know if he really raised it or he just was moving in his sleep or if he was looking for some more heroin. I don't know.
I didn't like what I saw.
They said he was trying to read the teleprompter.
Nah.
I said, unless the teleprompter on the back of his eyelids, you shitting me.
Right. And I knew something was up because the day before he was on somewhat of a tirade, and Lil Wayne cut him off in the middle of him talking. You seen that?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, but yeah, we didn't really talk for a while about it. But yeah, I said that was crazy because we saw that first, then we seen him go to sleep. Man, put Grandpa, give it up, Bird, man.
Man, Birdman got enough money now. He don't even need to be on nobody's stages for real.
Nah, man. That Bird, that Bird done seen his last days, man.
And that was proof. That was proof right there. If he wasn't on heroin and he just falling asleep on a stage with speakers kicking out 5 million watts, man, it's time for him to go sit down somewhere for real, bro. But I think it was the H nap. That's the look of the H nap. And the person, what's his name? He was on it too at some point. So it's almost
Turk or BG or who?
I think it was BG who tried to wake him up.
Mostly all of them dabbled for the most part. Maybe not like Juvie and Manny. But I think Lil Turk, Wayne, and them, and Birdman, and them fooling around.
Yeah, man. So he looked at him like, "Come on, man. We live. You supposed to do this, in our in silence behind closed doors somewhere, not on stage in front of millions where everybody got camera phones. What are you doing?" He like, man, I don't care. I'm about to get this H nap right now.
Yeah. Shout out to my new lunch crew, Facebooker. I'm gonna just say Kitana. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, but welcome to the lunch crew.
Alejandro.
Thank you. Welcome to the lunch crew, Alejandro. Greg. Greg is well traveled. What else do we got? No, shoot, yeah. Well, I told them when you can take them type of naps. Hey, look, I was like, if it wasn't a drug nap, that's a dangerous superpower to be able to catch a power nap in the middle of all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and standing up.
But if you, I don't know if you've seen like some of the videos of individuals who be on the H naps, bro, it's some of the craziest stuff you could ever want to see. I mean, literally, people be like in back bends, like literally in back bends, stuck, and oh man, you're gonna have to Google it, or just
yeah,
Google.
I gotta Google that.
Oh, when you see this, man, how people literally be stuck, they be stuck in whatever position that they're in that moment. So they can literally be like in a back bend, they could be twisted up, they could be on one leg, stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Most of my H experience came from the movie from Ray Charles, and learning about him. But see, he had them glasses on, so you didn't never know, like if he was stuck or what. Because like a lot of the mannerisms or a lot of the just what going on behind the H, that boy. Yeah, I learned it from that. But that's what I said. I don't think they showed that in the movie. So that was new to me. I did not know that them H naps, you would just be in any position. I didn't know that.
It's crazy, bro. When you see it, you're gonna be like, wow, how could anybody see this and then find a way to get involved in that particular drug, man? You know what I'm saying? It's insanity, bro. I mean, it's sad.
Michelle said, yeah, back bends, cigarette hanging out their mouths, never flicking the ash. So this is a crazy that H ain't no joke, huh?
Oh no, bro. Not at all. That's how when I saw him and his reaction after first of all, when I saw that he was asleep on stage, I didn't even have a second thought. My first thought was H-Nap. Because I've seen it so many times, just, like I said, different videos on the news, just different videos of people in that state. And that's how they are when they're in that state. You can't do nothing with them.
Right. Wow, man. Well, like I said, that's what I like about it. I know I bring y'all a lot of information, but I also learned a lot from y'all. I didn't know nothing about the H-Nap. I didn't even think of the H-Nap when I saw it, but now I know. And now I know what it looked like. Birdman taught me, and Greg in the chat, y'all done taught me. Next time I see that, I'm gonna know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, man. I mean, allegedly, unless he owns something, crazy, and I mean, he could have been on some kind of medication that could have potentially did that to him. But based off of what I've seen, that's what it looks like.
Kobe said they get up for another hit though. Like they wake back up and it's just like, load me up.
Yeah.
Load me up. So look, before we go to the next topic, let's kind of talk a little bit about breakfast for dinner and the first panel that we're gonna put together for the tomorrow. Shan is in the chat. I hope, because Shan be back and forth. She might be on Amazon buying some stuff. So Shan, if you in the chat, say what's up. Shan gonna put the group together. Me and Greg gonna help manage everything, but we gotta sign up. I got 8 people on the list so far, and I got Mini Me, Lauren, Nadrima, Shan, Michelle, Felicia, Felix, G Money, and then me and Greg. If I'm missing anybody, we'll add them whenever. But basically, I want to set it up so we can. Y'all know the blackout is the February 28th, which is I think Friday. And so I'm thinking the night before it'd be a great day to have a panel. Everybody could talk about the blackout, talk about whatever else might be going on, tell people what companies we rocking with and what companies we ain't. And then you really could just let it flow from there. But after this, we're going to get with Shan made a group me because I told Shan the other day I had never worked in groups. I was always like a solo person. So I'm like, how can we get everybody coordinated? She was like, we could do a group me. And so she put together a group me and it's a link. So what I'm gonna have to do is get everybody's email or send everybody this link. So I'm trying to think, how can I get, or they can email, what email, do you got an email you can tell them right now, Greg, and put it in the chat? And everybody who in the chat could send email that, and then Shan could put everybody who's going to be involved in the Flo's House panel. Shan could put everybody in a group, and then we could communicate the actual details of what we're doing in there.
Okay.
Exactly. We need those too, Amy. It's all about whatever you want to do. We ain't nobody, you don't have to have no set role. Just whatever you comfortable with doing is more than fine. We got more than enough people who want to be involved, which is a great thing. I didn't know it was going to be so many people. So we good. So it's no pressure on no type of role. Whatever you want to do, that's more than enough. Go ahead, Greg.
Kind of like a clubhouse feel.
Yep, like a clubhouse feel. We're going to have, we'll start off about 5 people on the panel, and then, can always add more as we go, and we'll let it be organically whatever it becomes. But I do want to where we could talk about issues and also just whatever y'all want to talk about, because our shows are so structured. It's a lot of other stuff that y'all bring up that we can't get to. So I think that a panel and stuff like that kind of gives the people that's involved in this mission with us a chance to just talk about all kinds of stuff. Because I have a whole different, I gotta plan it out. I gotta make sure I talk about this for these listeners, this for this. So I got a lot that I have to, I got a lot, not restraints, but I have a lot of things I gotta follow kind of when I put stuff together. But I do want a show where everybody can just talk about whatever they want to talk about. You know what I mean? So Greg, if you want to add something to it or whatever.
No, I mean.
Did you put an email in there?
Yeah, I put an email in there.
Okay, yeah. So Greg, did you pin it? Yeah, the email that Greg put into the chat, you put it in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Whatever email Greg put into the chat, send that, reply to that email. And so we'll have everybody's email, and then I'm going to send you the link that Shan made. The Flo Show No Filter at gmail.com. Yep. Okay, Lauren email, Shannon email. Is Shannon gone? I told you Shannon be shopping. Shannon probably on Amazon right now. It's probably a sale on Rihanna's new makeup. But when Shan get back in the mix, I'll connect everybody. So that's all I want to say on that. We'll talk more after this live, unless you had something to add to it, Greg.
No, that's it. I mean,
all right, we can go next on the docket.
Excuse me. So, what's going on in the world, bro?
What's up now?
Trump talking about 5 million card for immigrants to come into America, to come into U.S. A gold card, which is to me is just crazy. But I remember back when the economy tanked, back in, what was it, 2008, 2009?
Yeah, it was 2008. Yeah.
Yeah. And after that, the markets was froze. I mean, we couldn't do any kind of financing probably for about a good 3-4 years, and a lot of times, people were trying to find different avenues to do deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they came up out of the blue this thing called EB5. Did you ever hear of that? EB5? It was a mechanism where the government would give you a green card if you invested in the United States. You would have to your project would have to have so many jobs that it created. You would have to, spend X amount of money in the US, and then you would get the green card and you can continue on with your investments. But what I found, because it was one time someone came to me and was like, can I do EB5? And I'm like, I ain't never heard it. So I did the research and figured out what it was, but I could never get an actual deal done through it because something with the person who claimed they had to EB5, wasn't right. They either was lying about something or, just the paperwork wasn't right. So what this new thing that Trump is proposing is supposed to replace that EB5 program that they had. And this is his new program where, if you got 5 million, then you could come to the States, become a citizen, pay taxes, blah, 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 give back to, the United States with jobs and creating businesses. So this is his new thing that I guess he came up with yesterday. Well, they introduced it yesterday. So
Okay.
What you think about it?
I'm like, I guess my first reaction was like $5 million, just that number is like, I'm like, who is that serving right now? Like, we got so much pressure on us right now. I'm like, that's good. I'm like, how many people gonna have $5 million to do it? And I'm sure it's a good number, but compared to the number of everybody who complaining about the price of eggs and trying to just make their bills and just survive right now, I didn't really think too much further into it besides saying, I'm sure we'll talk about it and I'll dig more into it because I knew it was a big topic. But I'm just like, I can't, and like, because I'm being, in between, I'm not going to just kill it because I'm not really sure I'm sure it has to help us some kind of way in their mind. So I don't know. I don't even know. I know the average everyday American don't care about a $5 million gold card. So I know that, but I don't really know their side, the other side, which would be Trump's side, to say how is that, like, what do they think that's going to help us? I mean, I'm sure they think it's going to help us, but I don't know what their reason is. Do you know? That was what I didn't. Okay, so kind of break down in layman's terms what they feel or how that's going to help us.
Well, they're coming at it from a perspective of, say, you get a certain amount, say 100,000 people paying 5 million, right?
Right.
The reason he's saying that they want to do this is it's a way to eliminate the debt on the US. So I don't know, I think the debt might be 3 trillion, 4 trillion, 5 trillion, 6 trillion, some trillion. And in their mind, this is a way to eliminate that debt if they get enough people paying the 5 million. Then if they get 100,000 people paying the 5 million, it could equal to like whatever trillion. You know what I'm saying? So that's
so
the
money
thinking behind it.
They just purely thinking business, money that they can bring to the country, like type of thing, basically, right? Is that what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Bringing money to the country to eliminate the debt that the country has is the thinking behind this new program.
Okay. So yeah, so that's something that for me to really stand on 10 toes to say whether I hate it or I like it or I don't like it. I'll have to look more into it. But like I said, yeah, that was the part I wanted to know, like what was their thinking, like what do they think we were going to benefit? So it's like bringing in a large amounts of money to the country to help with the debt. Okay, so I'll look more into it to give my real opinion. But as of right now, like I said, you know me, I want to, before I either build something up or tear it down, I want to know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna definitely look into it more. But my initial reaction, without knowing nothing, and I'm just shooting from the hip, I'm like, man, I don't care about no $5 million nothing right now. I want to hear what we're gonna do about what's impacting us right now. So, but I am gonna look into it.
Well, since we are in the politics lane, you know, we cover all.
Real quick too, before you go there, Greg. Oh yeah. I love anything that's coming up on the timeline. We're gonna talk about it, and I know we're gonna talk about it. I pretty much saw that. I knew we was gonna talk about it, so I was looking forward to hear what everybody had to say about it anyway. So that was a good subject. What's the earliest time? I got a lot of people saying stuff. So anyway, y'all, I just want to say this, Greg, before I forget. Y'all can just message Shan too. We were just doing that because Shan had left us. So, hey, Shan, I had told everybody to do all that emailing, but if they are in the chat and they can just send you their email or whatever you need to put them in the group me, we can do that. We were just stressing the email because you were gone and I didn't know if you was coming back. But you can also email, so you can do either one. You can reach out to Just Shan. You can reach out directly to Just Shan to be a part of the panel and be a part of the Flo's House panel where we're gonna talk about stuff. The first one gonna be tomorrow night. It's gonna be breakfast for dinner, and the main subject gonna be talking about the blackout that's happening Friday and educating everybody on that. What companies we rocking with, which ones we not. But if you don't reach out to Shan directly, Greg put the Flo Show No Filter email, which is at Gmail. He put that in the chat too. So whichever way, we gonna get to you. And at the end of the day, if you don't hear from nobody, you always can send me a message.
Well, if Sharon wants to put her email, or never mind, I could get it from you or her later, and I could just forward the emails that we've gotten over to her, and then she could just take it from there.
Oh yeah. So we need to Shan, can you send me your email to my phone? I'll just send it straight to Greg, or I could just put us in a thing too. That's even easier. I'm gonna put us in a group text. That's easier. I told you, Greg, we be doing stuff like, oh man, the young people know how to do this stuff quick. They be like, boom, boom, group text, information there and everything. We be doing stuff the long way. So I'll put us in a group text. So you could you could put your email in that group text, Shan and Greg, and we could get it going. So go ahead, Greg. What else we got on the docket?
Man, I don't know what's going on, bro. Have you heard that Representative Joe Wilson drafts up legislation to create a $250 bill featuring Donald Trump, the most valuable bill for the most valuable president? Like, man, come on, man. A $250 bill?
Who doing that?
This is one of the representatives in Congress. His name is Joe Wilson. Man, I don't know where, huh?
I know, I'm just saying we doing some wild stuff.
It's crazy, right? I'm like, a $250 bill, man, with Trump face on it. Like, how much glazing, that's what the youngins say nowadays.
Yeah, glazing. Hey, look, glazing is glazing and gaslighting. It's the two words that you hear the most.
Yeah, I'm like, man, how much glazing can you possibly do, man?
I guess that $250 bill is what you're gonna need to buy a carton of eggs if they keep this up. So I guess that's when it's gonna come in handy. You ain't got to carry a lot of bills. You just give them a $250 bill, and they're gonna give you a carton of eggs. And people gonna have $5 million gold cards, and ain't nobody gonna. We ain't hiring no more women. Like we just about to be. I don't know what we doing right now.
I don't know what we doing, man. I don't know what we doing, man. It's
right. Because remember back in the day, and I'm gonna just say this, Greg. Back in the day, now I could be wrong, but back in the day, when everybody in the country was broke, soon as the president got in, he started attacking that, giving us a little leeway. Like we didn't want to hear, man. Back in them days, we didn't want to hear about my mom and them and my grandma wasn't about to hear about no $250 bill when bread is $20 and eggs is $20 and planes is crashing left and right. But in these times, for some reason, we can just, while we struggling, they can just play in our face these days. We done got soft.
Man, bro. You know, I was looking at something and they were talking about how inflation is, you know, geared towards the poor. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have as much money as the top, say, 1% or so, because, you know, if inflation hits, they don't really, you know, if you get a couple percentages knocked off of your savings, it don't hurt them. You know, that's just kind of like a drop in the bucket compared to everybody else who doesn't have that kind of savings or that kind of income coming in. That inflation is, you know, people think that is over with, but they were saying that is looking like it's about to get worse. And I'm like, man, worse?
They said it's about to get worse?
Yeah, I'm like, worse? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it get worse, man, I'm telling you, I don't know, man. It just seems like the world has the potential to change in a way that we've never seen it change, you know, before, and not for the good. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of crazy stuff going on, man. What you didn't put the dealer up on the screen? What's going on?
I'm over here playing with stuff. No Diddy. I'm trying to see. So now we could put up stuff that we talking about though. A little bit.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see. You know, we ain't talking about Diddy. That's all we got loaded. But now I'm saying that we could put some stuff in here. Okay, I'm just playing with stuff. But yeah, man.
Did you see what Mini-Me said? The execs is suing Diddy mom?
Nope. I ain't see what happened.
I guess it's breaking news.
The execs.
The executives at Bad Boys.
Boys. Oh, I ain't surprised about that. They've been going after Diddy mama and for different reasons behind Bad Boy. People not getting paid, money being hid. What?
They're saying that her and Diddy are thieves.
See? I already do. See that? Yeah, that's crazy. It's breaking up, but yeah, that been going. Matter of fact, I reported I reported on a lawsuit about this. Somebody was suing Diddy and his mom for not paying people and hiding money and all kind of stuff. But that's crazy. When you got executives. Well, hey, look, ain't that funny? I just happened to throw Diddy Sting up here. I ain't know it was no breaking Diddy news. I'm just
that's why I thought you was about to get into it. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm just, hey, look, I told you I ain't professional. I'm just good. I don't know how I be doing it. I just move in a certain frequency and it just be what it is. What you done did, Greg? Oh,
yeah.
So breaking Diddy news. I'm gonna have to look on my phone. Did you find any information about it, Greg?
It ain't coming across the phones yet. I mean, if it is, it ain't coming across mine.
Yeah, I did a story on that though already. Well, this was old though, probably about Man, this is probably like 2 months ago. Diddy's there was some guys that work with Bad Boy that was suing, talking about that they ain't been paid, and they mom, Diddy mom, he said that Diddy mom, he be hiding behind his mom and hiding money and this and that. And then I didn't hear much about it, but I knew it was in the background. So I don't know what this new one is about, but that issue has been going on. And with Diddy fighting the case, it's probably even worse now.
Man, you know what? I was just thinking when I seen that, the first thing that came to my mind, Bad Boy still a company?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's the first thing I thought. I'm like,
Bad Boy did.
Yeah. I'm like, what they suing? Like, who are they suing? What executives are still working for Bad Boy? They don't have no artists unless they still got control of their old artists.
You know what I just noticed? Yeah, I don't know where they get it's a scam. Let's just say that, Greg. Bad Boy at this point is a money laundering machine. That's what people are mad about. That was what the story I covered. But you look at this picture, right? You see this picture of Diddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is Mohawk Diddy. This is right after Mohawk Diddy. But I'm gonna point out something to you. Why every time you see Diddy and you see him with his people, right? Why they always got this look on their face like they wondering if they gonna get paid?
Yeah.
Like, look at the dude in the background, a Diddy picture on the right, my right. It's like he looking like, I wonder is Diddy gonna pay me tonight?
Bro, I mean,
they don't be paying people, y'all. I'm telling you, people be surprised. But the only way that you will know that is if you've been one of those guys running around with a Diddy, and I ain't gonna name other names, but them type of guys, you would think they got all this money, man. They don't be paying people. They don't be paying. When I say they don't paying people, I'm talking about the regular folk. They don't pay nobody. Like, I ain't just talking about producers. I'm talking about, man, they'll mess around stiff barbers. They will do stuff that you would be like, you would never imagine, man. So that's why these stories don't never surprise me when people talking about Diddy ain't paying him and all that. Diddy don't care about paying.
Man, I remember one of his producers, Chucky, R.I.P. He passed away, I think, last year. And when I was living in D.C. and we had the label, and he was coming to us, first of all, when we first saw him, I don't know if anybody know, I think she may be pop or she might be R&B, but her name is Emily.
She a singer?
Yeah, she's a singer. She just won a Grammy.
Okay.
Yeah, but so we had a show. It was called Click City's Big Break. And we would bring people in kind of like American Idol. And so one day Chucky showed up with Emily just because she was signed to Clyde Davis. And he was running around with her, trying to get her, get her hot. He was bringing her to different outlets and, things of that nature. So when he came to the show, we ended up, developing a relationship with him. And, we had an office. And one day he came to our office. And we was like, so he brought champagne to the office, blah, 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 And then he was like, man, y'all need to come over to the studio. So we went to a studio. Man, he had all kind of platinum plaques, Mary J. Blige, Nas, what is a lot of those Craig Mack, a lot of the Bad Boys artists, because he was a part of, the hit team. He was with Stevie J, all them guys who were producing for Diddy back in the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And man, I just remember as we started to develop the relationship with him, he ended up, trying to like not really extort money from us, but doing like fake stuff, like giving us old beats and trying to get money. And we would sit back and be like, man, this dude got platinum plaques up on the wall. Why is he trying to get money from us? And we come to find out, man, Diddy did him so bad, bro, that he was around there almost destitute, man. He had really no money, driving like an old BMW. It was just sad, bro. It was just sad, man. So the reason I bring that story up is because he was with them making some of the biggest hits in history, and he was broke.
Wow.
He was broke, man. It was crazy. You know how they be doing in the music business, trying to, you know how it be trying to bring you this, bring you that, and then next thing you know, he's sitting down like, hey man, can y'all cut me a check for 5,000? Can y'all cut me a check if I do these 4 beats for y'all? Can y'all cut me a check for 10,000? And we like, okay, let us listen to the beats. And we like, why these beats sound so outdated? Why they sounding like the new music? And come to find out, man, he was kind of running around, not doing, and I don't want to, because he ain't here anymore, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But he was running around, kind of doing the same thing with other folks in the city as well, man. And everybody, once we kind of talked to people, it was like, man, Diddy did him bad. So he had to run to Clive, and Clive, was pretty much, Clive was like, I ain't gonna give you no money. I'll give you an artist. You get this artist hot, and then, you can get paid that way. I was like, man.
Ain't that crazy, bro?
Crazy, bro. And I'm talking about some of the biggest hits, that the mainstream artists, Mary J. Nas, Total, all them artists that was over there with Bad Boy, Biggie. I mean, everybody. He had platinum plaques on the wall as, one of the producers of the songs. And man, he was running around broke. We thinking we getting ready to pull up to a mansion. Man, he had a little like hole in the wall, flat kind of, apartment efficiency. We walking around like, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah, man. So that you're right.
It'd be bad.
Do not say they people,
man. And so and see, the thing is this, y'all. It's so many stories I can say because I've seen it firsthand. But in certain times, I don't be wanting to just. So let me preface this story by saying, because this remind me of when Floyd did this. It was a producer back when I was with Floyd. One of our producers came out there, man. And when you young and you producer, you a starving artist. I seen so many producers coming out there thinking they just hit their big payday, coming to do some music for Floyd and his label. Man, Floyd, one thing Floyd used to always do, he'd take you around. Okay, like Greg, you a producer, right? You flying to Vegas, you coming to do beats for me. You thinking, what you think, how much money you think you about to make coming out, Floyd, you flying out there, whatever. Man, Floyd will have you working, have producers working, and just kicking it. And them producers be wanting money. First they want 5,000, and Floyd keep ignoring them. Then they want 2,500, and Floyd have been and promised them all kind of money. Long story short, man, by the time the producers, they might have been there a week. By the time they on their last day, they mad, broke, cussing about Floyd behind his back. And next thing you know, Floyd to be having a book bag with about $250,000. And why this producer over here ain't getting nothing, and Floyd keep promising them, and it don't never happen, man. Next thing I know, I see producers getting on that plane, headed back to where they going, mad as hell, and all they got was a good time, but no dollars to the pockets. And so, hey, and like I say, I preface that with saying, I just keep it real. As far as me, Floyd has done more good than bad. So I just want to preface that. I want to say like I'm just taking a dump on him all the time. But it'd be stories that be relevant. And I got to give y'all context. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen multimillionaires just not, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying, Greg? Could you do that?
No,
like,
man.
Could you have somebody come out there to make music, some young cat, and you run around with, I mean, Florida had $250,000 in your face all the time. And you know, these people want their money, and Floyd would just keep having fun. And the thing is, they would be trying to kick it. For one, they having fun, but they used to want, you know, they be thinking that Floyd gonna tell them and give them their money at some point in the night. And next thing you know, you be dropped off at your hotel talking about I got you tomorrow. So, you know, it just goes, it's a dirty game.
And what they gonna do? He the champ.
Exactly. They ain't gonna do nothing. And Floyd got 50 people around him the size of a New York building that he just bought.
Right.
You know, each guy's the size of one of them buildings. So you ain't got nothing to do. See, I'm just crazy. You know, so we just end up, you know, we were just, I didn't get in them positions. Because I was ready to act a fool immediately. And you were just going to have to do whatever you say you going to do. That was how I was. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we had a mutual respect. So I would say even more or less was with Floyd or Diddy, you got to be the type that you ain't going for that. Like, in no kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what happens is people be so enamored by their money and fame that they be letting a lot of stuff slide. Next thing you know, they don't give you nothing. You feel me? So like when you even start working, I stop the machine if I was them and be like, I need 5,000. Right. And then if you don't pay me now, then I'm just hopping on the plane. Kind of how I handled my thing when he tried to get me to run around. I was only out there 2 weeks, and he tried to get me to run around, and I was like, bro, I'm out of here. And then I got taken care of. But I wasn't about to be out there. You ain't about to play with me. And I was a kid then and knew better, you know? Right. I ain't about to let you take me to deep waters and drown me. Nope. Soon as I put my toe in, it better start feeling right. Because if it don't, I'm out. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, man, you gotta know your value, bro. That's what it means.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's the message to the chat, and that's the message to this story. Know your value and don't take a penny less. Right. Don't take a penny less, because they are conditioned. Because I'm gonna say it's two sides to it too. I ain't making no excuses for Floyd or none of them, but the other side of it, when you do have a lot of money, you do have a lot of people who just be using you for your money and trying to take your money. So you do develop a mentality of trying to hold on to every dollar and not wanting to give up nothing. That ain't no excuse, but that I see that play out in these big multimillionaires when you're around, man. You know, people is after your money, and so sometimes it turns you into a just an effed up human being when it comes to handling the common person. I just ain't going for it.
Right. Yeah, man, you gotta be careful, man. That's why if you know your worth and you handle your business on the front end before you step into them situations, you know, you take care of the money part before you provide, you know, the service, or at least be in agreement contract wise, you know, then you step in and do what you're supposed to do, man. Because if you just willy-nilly and thinking that, you know, you're gonna get the love in the entertainment business, it's not going to work out good for you, man. You got to know your worth. You got to be on your business.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna give it to you. Right. You only gonna get what you demand. You
Right.
see it all the time. Like you look at the TLC stories. All of these stories are stories where, because we young, they let stuff get too far. And when we get older, soon as we feel some BS in the air, we don't play. You ever notice when them artists come back around and they be older, they be start going after their masters or going after this, or like Ashanti did, re-singing her songs. You know, you get smart. With age comes wisdom, if you lucky. Right. And that's what you see. And that's why the industry is so dirty, because 90% of the people that you do deals with are children, are kids. They don't know nothing about no recording contract, no recording money, no advanced 360 deals. They just want to be famous. And so you got these older gentlemen, would be like myself, like a Greg, who with all the experience in the world, and they just sign these people to crazy contracts, sign these little kids. And when I say little kids, I'm talking about 21, 22, anybody 24, 25 and down. You don't know what's going on a lot of times. And so it's one of those industries where it's big money in it. It's like, even, you know, sometimes the athletes, you know, when you're young and with money, you could be taken advantage of. And that's what happens in this industry, man.
Yeah. And a lot of times the parents ain't involved, or the parents, you know, are greedy too. And they see an opportunity within their kids, living vivaciously through their kids, you know, and not, you know what I'm saying, and not really stepping up and making sure that their kids are being represented properly. Then, you know, that's why a lot of this stuff that we're talking about, that's why it happened. A lot of these guys that's in trouble right now, they took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And here we are.
Yep. And hello, Relita. We got one of our newest members of the lunch crew, Greg. Say what's up to Relita.
Yeah, we already just shouted her out.
Okay.
Yeah,
but man, in the house, Relita in the house. But man, yeah, it's a story that, like I said, people don't understand. It's so many reasons why it's so horrible. You know, you got these kids that they might know how to rap, they might know how to sing, but they don't know how to handle business. And people like Clive Davis and Diddy and all these different sharks take full advantage, man.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, once you kind of get the keys, you know, to the castle, then most of these guys are only in it, you know, for themselves at that point. Once they understand that people are looking at them for these opportunities, then when you know that and you're not a good person, then that's when the games begin. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you sell your soul to the devil, and once you do that, you just start playing that part from that point forward.
Yeah. It's definitely sad but true, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey man,
what's up
with the content? You heard about the female content creator that was arrested for urinating on grocery store products, bro?
Nah, and that's a nasty content creator type stuff, like the one who was licking the ice cream. So tell us this nasty story, Greg. What happened? I remember the story before about the guy who was licking ice cream, like he was licking the top of everybody's ice cream and putting the top back on. But what's this?
Yeah, man, I guess this female, they didn't have like a whole, but you know, they just kind of, because I guess she just got caught yesterday, or they arrested her yesterday, so they have a lot of information on it. But she been, and they got multiple videos of her doing it. That's a part of her. Yes,
people doing anything to go viral, man.
I'm like, man, what is I'm like, what is the reasoning behind that? I mean, I guess that is the reasoning to go viral, but as she found out, that ain't really, the way to go because you're endangering, you know, lives when you do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, outside of it being totally disgusting, and she probably needs to be, in jail for a good little period of time to help her understand, what I'm like, what was in her mind where she was like, I know how I'm gonna go viral. I'm just about to start going to the grocery store and peeing on stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's some nasty trifling stuff, ain't it, bro?
Man,
They should
I
put her
was.
up under the jail for that.
Can you imagine if you was in the grocery store just minding your business and you look over and somebody is peeing on something, she ain't see you coming and you just happen to see her peeing on food, peeing
Man, that
on
is
whatever.
crazy.
Man,
Man.
bro.
You know what the craziest mystery of the day is, though, right? I want to throw in there. Did you see the woman who shot and unalived her children's father after returning home from the club at 5 a.m.? She was allegedly attempting to clean her gun in the bedroom and accidentally blew his chest out. Allegedly.
I mean,
And I think it's isn't a white woman and it's a
it's an interracial couple.
yeah, it's a biracial couple. Yeah. But yeah, what you think about that, man? What you think about the cleaning the gun after the club?
I mean, I don't want to say that that's not a possibility because people do some strange things, but you clean the gun to the point where you could shoot somebody in the chest while they're sleeping.
Right.
Like, was you cleaning the gun over him? I mean, I don't. She's going to jail.
Yeah,
They're
the
not going to
update
believe that.
at first. Now I haven't heard, like, I haven't seen an article on it, but from what I'm seeing, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. They were saying that her father is a police officer, and at first they didn't charge her with nothing. But the update on it is I saw that they have charged her with, I think, manslaughter or something.
Manslaughter.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
manslaughter.
At first, she wasn't charged, but yeah, so they charged her with manslaughter. But people saying that ain't even enough because a lot of people do the little behind, like that, the town people that think that kind of got a different perspective on everything. They are saying that she did that, like she did that on purpose. That's what the town feels. So
they got kids.
Yeah, they said they said the child's father. So as far as I know, one they say, well, her children's, well, I don't. They must have multiple kids because they say her children's father. I don't know. That's the crazy one right there. Poor babies.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like, when you're in that world, when you're a child of a police officer, or, the ones who feel like they're invincible. To me, if something was going, because I mean, you never know what's actually going on in their relationship or whatnot. She probably thought she could get away with murder and probably thought it through, to the point where when she did it, she already had her story, pretty much ready to go, in hopes that, being that she's in that world, that she could potentially, get through it and not, be charged. And it's possible that could be the case. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can't be blind to the fact that, she's a Caucasian lady dealing with an African American man. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
her people are the police. You know, if he was
Right.
doing something to her or whatever the case was, if it was something going on in their relationship, I mean, I could see her thinking she could potentially get away with it.
Yeah, man. You see, what Lauren said. Lauren, according to Lauren, I didn't hear this information, but she said during the funeral, the friend's girlfriend's brother tried to break into his home and steal some of his stuff.
The person who passed away.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
So that's a crazy one right there, bro.
Hey, man,
Yo.
I think we getting ready to have a new fight. Cameron and Chad Ochocinco.
Ocho? Yeah, they go. Where did the beef nobody asked for? Where did this come from?
So Cam, well, Ocho was on. Who was he talking to? Stephen A.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to Stephen A. And then he told Stephen A. that he got his penis enlarged.
Right.
And so that was that, right? Everybody was that went viral for a minute. Everybody was talking about that. People was like, we didn't even know you could do that. Is he really telling the truth? Blah, blah, blah. So when Cameron got on his show, he basically started to talk about it. And then he was like, man, I don't even like the MF anyway. He tried to hate on us when we first got started. We tried to offer him a chance to come on the show to kind of be like, a correspondent about, the NFL. And he played me crazy, said, get in contact with my agent. And he was like, man, I don't like him anyway. I think he's suspect. He'll B.A., ninja for what he did to us when we first got started. And, that's pretty much, he said some more, he ain't, a couple more curse words about him. But the last thing he said, he was just like, I don't like him. I think that was whack for him to even say that to another man. First of all, talking about Chad saying that to Stephen A. And that's kind of where we are. I haven't heard Ochocinco say anything back as of yet, but this was, Cameron spoke on it yesterday. So, it might be something that heats up. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, no, it looked like, well, the thing is, like you said, it seemed like Chad taking the ignore him approach, but you know how it go. Cameron might keep going until it make him say something. So we'll see. But yeah, I know Cameron pissed.
Yeah. I mean, because you think about it, man, when especially a person like Cameron and, a person who done been in entertainment and then he trying to, break into another, form of entertainment for the first time is uncharted waters for them. And they just be reaching out to people that's already, in the business and seem to kind of know how to navigate the business. And then you just kind of get a slap in the face. You don't forget that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't forget that. And the first chance you get to let somebody know that you ain't forgot, you go take it. And it seemed like that's what Cameron did.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
hey, I guess this breaking news, Greg, Buffy the Vampire. Do we know what happened to her? I saw something about a liver, maybe,
She
but
was
I don't think
young, wasn't she?
39 years old.
That's what
Somebody,
I
I
thought.
think Michelle said they said a liver transplant.
Oh wow. I never got into that. Buffy I hate
Me neither.
I don't like no kind of vampire movies. I don't like none of that, bro. So I never got into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think that was the name of it. But man, yeah, she was young, bro. 39.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
That is messed up, man. Life
Life
is
be
not
life.
guaranteed. Yeah, it sure
Yeah.
do. It's not guaranteed, bro.
Yeah. Life be life, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
R.I.P.
that's bad
Buffy.
news. R.I.P. to Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
Mm.
Did you know, and I never even knew this, bro, that there has never been a black daytime soap opera? And
Mm.
now, you know who then brought it to the airwaves?
Tyler
Tyler
Perry.
Perry. Yes,
I
sir.
just guessed.
Right. So it's the first ever hour black daytime soap opera called Beyond the Gates. It premiered yesterday on CBS. Man, let me tell you, bro. When I was young, well, maybe you don't. You're a little bit younger than me, but when I was young, bro, and I would have, when you had to go to your grandma's house, Mom, I want to go to grandma, because
I
grandma
remember
ain't
the
got
stories.
grandma ain't got nothing to do over there. She only got 2 channels, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, all you should do is watch the stories.
Right. And so I used to be kicking and screaming about it. But my mom's, her and my dad, they would have to they worked in the daytime. So sometimes when I didn't have a babysitter, my grandma was my babysitter. So they would
Okay.
just drop me off over there and literally, bro, she would watch soap operas all day,
Yeah,
every day. And I
that's all
ended
they
up getting
watch.
hooked. I
Right.
ended up getting hooked on the soap operas, man. General Hospital,
Was
One
it
Life
All
to
My
Live,
Children? Was
All
All
My
My Children one?
Children.
Yeah.
Yes, All My
So General
Children,
Hospital, All My Children. Was it Days
One
of Our
Life to
Lives?
Live. Did you watch One Life to Live?
One Life to Live. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was one of them too, man. So,
What
I
about
mean,
was it Days of Our Lives? Was that one?
Days of Our Lives was another one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So man, I used to get caught up. It's like what was on General Hospital when Jesse and what's the name? That was a big storyline back in the day because Jesse got killed and then he came back. They thought he was dead, but he came back. It was a movie every day, bro. So
Yeah.
even when I wasn't at her house, I would be at my
Watching
house
them out.
watching them at home, bro. Watching them at home. So now they got I guess a
Now
black.
it makes sense, Greg. That's
What's
why you
that?
had your little diddler out. Because back in the day, the only time we seen any form of intimacy was the soap opera.
Right,
Everybody was
right.
get in on the soap operas.
No,
And
but
Greg was watching All My Children. And one time something happened, he figured I'd do it on the playground.
listen though, bro.
Now
No,
it
that
makes
wasn't
sense.
it. Let me tell you this story, bro. So back in the day, they didn't have cable back in the day. I don't even know when cable actually kicked in, but I remember the progression up to cable. It was like you had the channels where at 11 o'clock, all the TVs would go off. They would play the national anthem, and then until the next morning, all you got was the front. and, and then, bro, all of a sudden they came up with this thing called Channel 100. It was a little box, and it had like 100 channels, but you didn't have 100 channels, right? you might got like 7 channels, but they called it Channel 100, right?
I already know where you're going. Go ahead, Greg. We had them in Cleveland. I know exactly where you're going. Go ahead.
So, you know, the older cats had like figured out how to get to the, you know, the naked channels, right?
Yeah, they was using pennies and all kind of stuff.
Bro, yes, bro.
Oh, Greg, you just like my older cousins, man. Y'all corrupted because I was like barely out of a baby stage, but I was always aware. So I know exactly what was going on. I was like 4.
You had to get it just right. And we used to play.
Y'all, Greg was diabolical.
Bro, we used to get the and it was like soft, you know, soft porn. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing X-rated, but you see some things. You know what I'm saying?
So just so y'all know, the code word for that is corn. So just so you know, that'll be our code word. Soft corn.
Okay. Yeah, soft corn, man. Bro, it was insanity, man. We would put that penny up under that. You had to do it. Took some mastery.
I told you it was a penny, y'all. I told you I had this since I came in the world. I had this gift of just paying attention to everything that was going on. I didn't even talk. I never talked. I started talking as I got older. They was worried about me, but I always was paying attention to stuff. So I knew my older cousins, I knew they would get to fooling around with that penny in the cable box and all that, because we had one. We was the only one in the family that had that box. So my ghetto cousins would come over just because we had that box and was doing something with the pennies. Next thing I know, it was some wild on the TV. And I was so much of a mama's boy. They used to be mad at laughing at me because I wouldn't watch it. I would go upstairs. And all 8 of my cousins watching, and they be laughing at me because I wasn't watching. I was upstairs. I was like, y'all gonna get in trouble. They like, dude, your parents out for the night. Ain't nobody coming. So I know all about the penny. Go ahead.
Bro, I can't believe you said that, bro. You took the word. Bro, that penny was magical for us, bro. Like magical, bro. Because you had to, like, when I say mastery, you might not even, it might be some nights you might not even get it because you couldn't get the penny right. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I was scared. Hey, look, I was so sheltered at that time. I was scared when I seen that on the TV. I was like, I'm going my room, y'all. I'm going that.
Not us, bro.
It would just be, hey, look, and then when I would go to my room, it would just be dead silent.
Silent, because you couldn't react. Because if our parents would have knew that that's what we was in there doing, you talking about?
Oh my God!
Belt to ASS, woohoo! It would have been over.
Hey, look, man, back in them days, it was dudes with Jerry curls and everything. You know, it was a different time.
Oh, it was wild, man. It was
Jerry curls.
Wild.
And hotel beds. But yeah, man. What's up? Hey, look, did we talk about any news today?
Yeah, we talked about some news, bro. But speaking of news, I mean, since we didn't have a little bit of news and a lot of bit of laughs.
Hey, Greg, flip the paper over. Let's get back on track. Let's go to page 3.
Yeah, let's talk about this basketball, man. Let's talk about
put some respect. We're gonna say the Lakers for last because Luka and LeBron, they got they the new fresh shiny new toy in the league. But let's put some respect on them Cavs from now on, man. That's all I want. Let's put some respect. Let's put some respect on the #1 record in the league, who just mopped the floor with another team that's supposed to be a quote-unquote NBA team without Darius Garland and with Donovan Mitchell only having 11 points and playing minimum minutes. We beat them by 40. We ain't no joke.
It was a stat that they made mention that y'all had like 38 games, 38-1. I can't remember I meant to take a picture of it on the TV. I'm like, man, I gotta bring this to Flo's attention. It was some stat, man. I'm gonna have to go back and see what they was talking about. But man, what I got from you guys is that y'all got a bench.
That's what it is. We deep.
Y'all got a bench, bro.
Our guys don't even play like Donovan Mitchell's minutes. Everybody minutes is down by like 5 to 7 minutes. Like people, we so deep. People not even playing high minutes at all. And we got the top record. That's a weapon. We hoping y'all take care. Hey, Greg, we hoping y'all take care of OKC for us.
Yeah, and we probably will from the looks of it. But, man, I really studied your team last night. I mean, I can't study it because all the players wasn't there, but that made me.
You know what Darius Garland and Mitchell
yes.
Are. You don't need to study.
Yes. So. Yes, bro. But y'all got some players that I ain't never even heard of that's balling. I'm like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? It was like one of the players, people was like, I guess at the beginning of the season, you know how they just do like the open gyms?
Mm-hmm.
And there was like, he was balling out in the open gyms. And then when it came, they was like, okay, this could be an anomaly. Then they got to training camp. He was balling out in training camp. And now, man, I think he might be in the run for like, I think y'all got like 2 or 3 players that's in the running for the 6-man award, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. I'm like,
that's crazy.
That's a bitch.
But now look, I tell you this. That's what you didn't know about when you was talking about yesterday because you hadn't studied us. Because like I told you, you ain't gonna keep up with your team like you gonna keep up with my team. You know what I mean? Like you gonna keep up with your own team. But after you seen that game, now you see, bro, we are the truth. We ain't just a team with a good record. Like, and I keep it real. I'll be the first one to say if we pretenders or if we trash. Bro, this is the most serious. We about to break LeBron's best record as a Cavs. Like, we about to break that record of wins. That's huge. That's LeBron. LeBron, we had some years with LeBron. They about to break his record.
Man, bro, I seen something last night that y'all are a contender to win it all, bro. Y'all got big men. Y'all got shooting guards. Y'all got one of the or two, just depending on which one gonna play point between Garland and what's his name. Y'all got point guards. Y'all got people coming off the bench. That's good. Your big men are in strive and ain't really nothing nobody can do with either one of them. I'm like, man, the playoffs is about to be crazy.
Oh man, I can't. I'm looking forward to the playoffs, y'all. I can't wait. Oh man, I can't wait. Okay, so now let's go to the Lakers. This game looked exactly how I pictured LeBron and Luka playing together.
You know what I noticed?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I just said high IQ basketball, and they really primed and ready for playoff basketball. The way y'all playing now is kind of, with dictating the pace, moving at your own pace, working a 2-man game with Luka and LeBron. Like I said, people don't realize, regular season is one thing, but the playoffs is a whole different type of game. And the way LeBron and Luka played last night, they primed and ready already for the playoffs. So now they're going to just continue to massage the rhythm. But they built for the playoffs.
Man, and let me tell you, Amy, I'm an only child, so I ain't had no brothers and sisters. That's why I was crazy. I had no brothers and sisters, so I was up to my own vices all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the big brother would have already been the one to pull this Diddy out.
Right.
He would have told you, man, don't never pull your Diddy out on the playground. You ain't had nobody to tell you that. You was the one of one.
That's the one of one, bro. But what I saw last night, man, and this is what makes me like feel good about what I think is getting ready to happen. It's LeBron's demeanor. You know what I'm saying? He's so, it ain't even, it's almost like he quiet and it's scary kind of quiet. He don't be really talking a lot of noise no more. It's like he's out there fully focused and playing the game how it's supposed to be played, man. And that's scary. He ain't really arguing with no refs. He ain't really talking crazy to nobody, which he really never did in the first place. But, he always, it was just like it was a different demeanor that I saw in the past compared to right now. And I think the reason is he's finally right.
That's what it feels like.
I have to do it all.
Yeah.
Finally. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now he can just fill in the blanks. Before he was filling in the blanks and trying to run the show. Now he can let Luka run the show, and he can work around Luka in the same way that Wade let LeBron run the show when he came, and Wade just filled in all the gaps. It's the same thing.
Perfect example, bro. That's it right there, bro. And what I see from Luka is complete dog. And I don't even know if LeBron has seen any of that. I mean, D-Wade and them was cool, but of course Kyrie was cool, but LeBron ain't never played with a dog, man. And Luka, man, with Luka shooting threes, falling out of bounds, and staring down the whole, Dallas Maverick brass, I was like, oh, man.
Hey, and let me say this. Remember, we be discussing and we've been talking about all this stuff. Another one of my tea leaf rumors that I brought to the chat got explained. Remember, I said that they were saying that Dallas was complaining about Luka smoking and drinking.
Right.
Now they brought that. They actually confirmed what it was, because we knew smoking. Remember, we was like probably cigarettes. We didn't know. We were just guessing what it could be. We knew it wasn't nothing crazy. But now it hit the fan, is actually hookah and beer. And so they had pictures of him smoking hookah and this and that. So it was the heavy on the hookah, heavy on the beer. Now, I still would have kept Luka. I'm just bringing the information to the chat that we were right when I said that one of the little whatever that Dallas, the rumors in the town was Dallas was trying to use his drinking and smoking as a reason that they didn't feel confident in re-upping his contract, for that Supermax. And so it just came out yesterday. It's actually an article on it. It was he loved hookah and beer, and they actually had pictures of him, smoking hookah. But I don't think they got to lock in Luka now.
Man, bro,
that was a blessing. Go ahead.
If he is smoking a lot of hookah and he is drinking a lot of beer, he didn't cut back tremendously. Because
that's what I said. He focused now. They stupid.
And bro, Luka ain't nowhere close to looking fat.
I said that when he got off the plane. Remember, we both said that. He looked fat to me either. I'm just keeping it real. He looked slim.
Right. And bro, what I really got, and this is the thing that makes me really feel good and warm inside, because I know defense in the NBA is like an anomaly. Bro, we playing some defense, bro.
Yeah, and that's what tripped me out.
Some defense, bro.
And that's what people was worried about. So the fact that y'all playing defense, they in trouble. Because that was what everybody was worried about. You know what? You didn't have no big man in the middle. Luka and LeBron on the court at the same time. How the defense gonna be? But the defense ain't been a problem since Luka got there or for a while. So
Luka be playing defense. I seen it last night. Because people forget, man, Luka's 6'8", bro.
Yeah.
Luka ain't
solid 6'8" too. He's like a statue. One thing about the NBA players, they like statues. I stayed in the downtown in Cleveland. I stayed where a lot of the Cavs stayed once upon a time. And I had got on and I ain't no little dude. I got on the elevator with half the Cavs. It was like I was on there with real live statues. I'm like, these don't even look real. Felt like a midget. I ain't little at all, man.
Right.
You got to see them. Like, man, you be around them players. You see them on TV. Man, you see them up close. It'd be a whole nother thing. Luka, 6'8". Think about that.
Yeah.
If I see Luka
like
in
magic,
person, it wouldn't even match what I think his real height is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine him being 6'8".
Man, bro, I seen a lot last night, man. I don't want to toot our horn. Even our big men, we talk about, we might not even need a big man. I'm just saying, because, oh boy, he's surprising me, bro. I'm like, where did you come from? He dunking, he blocking shots. You know what I'm saying? And he bouncy. He like that bouncy kind of center. Like most centers are planted on the ground. He ain't like that, bro. He bouncy. So I don't know, bro. We gonna see.
Hey, y'all know them Laker fans can get long-winded when they want to toot their own horn. I had to hit the music. Oh, Greg,
you see,
like the Grammys. Hey, Greg,
I'm trying to be reserved.
You like the Grammys. Because y'all Laker fans, y'all can go when it comes to talking about y'all team. But no, it's all fun, y'all. We had our 2-hour mark. Punch Crew. After this, me and Greg gonna do some more putting together of the panel for tomorrow. If you want to join the panel, reach out to Shan, do an email, whatever. And we're gonna get it together. So by the end of the day today, we'll have it all mapped out for tomorrow. And I'm excited for the first episode of Flo's House, Breakfast for Dinner. What about you, Greg? Before we get out of here.
Can't wait, man.
Just make sure y'all like the live before y'all get out of here too. What'd you say, Greg?
Said we continuing to grow, man. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I love seeing the new faces. Every day we seeing new faces now, and I like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. It's been lovely. Lunch with Flo and Greg. G Money.
Yes, sir.
The elementary kid.
Man, you crazy.
The legend, the man, the myth.
Right.